Well, hello there. I am nowhere near the Kootenays. If you're really good with trees, you will know that this is a huge arbutus tree, which means I am on the coast. I'm actually amongst the Gulf Islands. I'm staying with my dear friend Flossie, who has a YouTube channel as well. We have a lot of fun making videos together. So I'm going to put a link to their channel in a pinned comment. But long story short, they had a bit of a accident on their e-bike. And they could use a hand, and I need somewhere to finish my renovation, so it just really worked out that we could help each other out. I don't want to get into the series of events, very dramatic series of events, that led to me moving all of my belongings into a storage locker and fleeing the Kootenays. But I will say that relationships with family that have been depicted on this channel really aren't as easy or as nice as I've made it out to be. And that sometimes that's a necessary thing to do because it's easier than honestly showing what somebody is like, especially when you're around them and you have to deal with the backlash. So things went downhill very, very quickly and became a very unhealthy place for me to be. So it's very nice to be with somebody who can communicate calmly and it takes responsibility for their own feelings and knows how to set boundaries and communicate those. And it's a really nice relationship I have with Flossie because if something comes up, we're able to talk to each other in a way that isn't attacking each other, doesn't hurt each other, and allows us to deal with whatever issues we might have with each other, which is honestly pretty minimal. But that's because we communicate before things get big. Because it's not a nice thing to do to just unload on somebody. So it's unfortunate, but at this point I have no intention of going back to the Kootenays anytime soon. I have very strong boundaries around the way people treat me, and I'm not willing to put myself in a situation where I'm a punching bag. So I'm here, I'm happy, I'm in a good place, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. But today is a new moon, so Flossie and I, we're going to go spend a nice day in the park. We're going to get some tacos, we're going to go do some art and some new moon stuff, and just have a nice, savory day for ourselves together before I get to work on my van renovation. I'm very excited to be here with you, to bring you here, and to be here in the summer because I never am here in the summer, so it's going to be a wonderful time. And I'm going to be here for a little while, and when I leave here, I have quite the trip planned over the next few months. So hopefully you're into some travel once my van's done. Frank, have you been a most awkward passenger? You gave up your seat, but you kind of didn't give up the front.
No. You like to stay here with everybody else. Hey.
Oh, buddy.
You're the cutest. Oh, we got the same combo.
We got exactly the same combo. Most patient friend waiting for B-roll. We wait our turns for the B-roll. Oh, we got Frank munching out on this good park dirt.
What's your stick? Eat the stick, not the dirt, bud.
And I'm so excited for these tacos. We went the other day, really excited for tacos, and they're closed. They're only open 2.5 days a week, so made it happen today.
I'm so hungry. I've been drooling for half an hour. Praise Cephas.
So here we have a accidental explosion of a new moon shrine, art, creation, bring in the new.
It's what we need to do for our hearts right now.
Bring in the new and also cleanse through art to set forth on a new path.
Pretty happy about it.
Yeah. So I have actually not created art in well over a year, maybe 2 years. It's something I've really gravitated towards during really difficult times in my life when my mental health has been bad. So I'm looking forward to seeing what creations arise now that I'm in a good place, a positive place. And I just want to enjoy art for the joy of it. Do you like this? I have like pencil shooting from that here. Hi. yourself on a little adventure. I love it. That means your new medication is helping. Oh, I love you, Frank. Ooh. Am I drawing?
Yours is so beautiful.
Thank you. I've enjoyed my first watercolor experience, but it's getting on in the evening. It's getting cool. We're gonna pack up and
Go make some food!
yeah, we're gonna make some food. Before I get into the van renovation, I just want to real quick shout out today's sponsor, who is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity and learn new skills. What that means is when you join Skillshare, you have access to all their classes with no additional fees, which is really awesome because as you've seen on this channel, I've taken many different types of videos, learning how to edit on Final Cut Pro, learning how to fly my drone, and most recently, now that I've discovered I love watercolor painting, I'm taking the class Modern Watercolor Techniques, Explore Skills to Create On-Trend Paintings by Kat Cocolette. And it is so nice because I don't really know where to start. Like, I'm just kind of winging it and playing, but it's really nice to have some guidance so that I can more easily kind of bring what's in my mind to the paper. So I love that about Skillshare, that there's kind of like tech entrepreneurial classes, like if you want to get into freelancing, photography, like kind of like the digital, especially like digital nomad world, or fine arts. So there's like fine arts, painting with different types of paint, woodworking, that kind of stuff. I also have a tendency to get very easily distracted, so I love that their classes are ad-free so I can just stay in the zone and focus on what I'm learning. So sometimes I'm taking classes to help me unwind and relax and be creative, and sometimes I'm taking classes to be more productive and grow my business. So it's a really nice mix of things. So if you're interested in seeing what they have to offer, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description below get a 1-month free trial. So 1 month, try it out, see what you like, see what's there, try a bunch of classes, explore some skills, and decide if you want to stick around. So yeah, I hope you will do that. I'm a big advocate of skills. So Skillshare reaching out was a match made in heaven. So yes, a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's get on with the renovation. Well, it is a beautiful sunny day. It is definitely feeling like autumn. It was a little chilly last night, which I really enjoyed. And it's not too hot out. So excited. And I'm also very excited because I finally have my own orbital sander. So excited about it. I've always wanted my own. It's one of my favorite tools to use, and I just never could justify buying one because I was able to use someone else's. That is no longer the case. So I am now the proud owner of an orbital sander and a collection of sandpaper discs. And I get to use it to finish my project, and then they're gonna live in my van. I'm gonna have tools in my van. So I'm actually gonna start by sanding off the original hard wax coating because they just put it on so thick for storage and shipping, and it's not nice. So what I'm wondering is 42, because that's the meaning of life.
Ooh.
Or 44, because that's like numerically like. Those are what I'm. Or 43, because that's just
4
nice.
foot is also really good.
4 foot is 48, which is. I feel like that cuts too much into the laptop, because I want to have my laptop open here. So yeah, 44 would work.
44 would still work. 42 would be great.
This is one of my favorite parts when I'm woodworking is just softening the edges. Oh yes, it's so satisfying. All right, so this process is so much more streamlined now that I've learned from trial and error what it takes to finish these teak slabs and get it oiled. So I get to move on to the hard wax oiling. I'm so excited. This is one of the most satisfying things in my mind, is seeing the wood go from kind of dry and dull to just so rich and glistening and juicy. So, yay! Well, that was a bit much, but wipe off the excess. So I got the hard wax oil on and then suddenly realized I was so hungry. It's like 3 p.m. I haven't eaten today. I just got carried away working because I do really enjoy it. But so I whipped up a quick snack while I wait to wipe off the excess hard wax oil, and then that will sit for 6 hours. I'm going to move gears to the back corner, the dreaded back corner I will tell you more about in a second. So when I first built out this van with my grandfather, the last thing we tackled was these back corners, because it curves this way and this way. So it's like a that and a that. And that's rather challenging with wood. I find it so. We just kind of made a temporary solution with pieces of plywood, and then I glued black vinyl over it so you didn't see all the ugly seams. Well, the vinyl on the metal ended up getting moldy. I had to take it off, and it looked really ugly, and I've always hated it, and it's been 5.5 years, and I have not come up with a really good solution, but I have an idea of how I'm going to execute this, and I'm going to have to release my desire to make it perfect and just get it done. I have not tore off the original on this side, and I'm going to leave that. I am not dealing with that during this rebuild. because I just want to get to a point where I'm done and can like get on the road and relax, and I will deal with that when I have a desire to do a project. So I'm going to attempt to do this, and my goal is to get it done today. Whatever it takes, however it looks, it's going to be done today. Yes. Okay, so my plan is I have this horizontal piece up here, and this tucks in from below, and then I'm gonna put these like that, and I'm gonna stack all the way up horizontally, and then I can pin them into this, and then this should just sit, and I don't really have to attach tons of pieces, and I can remove the panel in case I need to get in here for the tail light. Frank, you are doing such a good job supervising. So cozy while I work back there. Those are pets from all your adoring fans, Frank. Everyone loves you. I hope you know that. You have lots of treats coming your way. I just realized I have not told you about this yet. I got a blender. It's a BlendJet 2. I have been wanting a USB rechargeable blender for years. I now have a space dedicated for it. And lots of power. Lots of power very soon. So I'm so excited. I've actually had it for like a week and a bit now, and I've made many smoothies in it. It's amazing. This one is just watermelon, water, and then a lemon lime emergency pack. So excited to make like blended soups and sauces and smoothies and just all sorts of smooth juiciness in my van. So but I needed this to keep working. I don't really feel like stopping to make a meal, and I definitely need to hydrate more. So oh, that was very good. All right, well, I was really... Wait, am I in focus? Focus. All right. So I was really, really hoping to get the back panel done today. I was on a roll. Everything was going well. I was inspired. I was limiting my perfectionism. I was just going to get it done. But as it turns out, I had to glue it together. So I got the bottom half of the panel all sandwich glued together. And then once it's dry and together, like solid, tomorrow I can sand down the front and then pop it in and then continue to work above. That's just the way it is. So I'm gonna let that sit overnight and start tidying up and then see what else I can accomplish tonight. But it's still a few hours until I can put the second wax of oil on these sides of the shelves. So it might just be like start planning my drawers and try to find the hinges I need for the fold-up table so I can order those. But yeah, I do have quite a bit of mess that needs to be dealt with. All right, well, maybe it's a bit of a blessing that I have to pause work for tonight because I'm severely underfed. And thankfully, yesterday when we came back from the park, I made this huge pasta dish. We both had 2 bowls last night, and there's so much left over. And so I'm gonna dig in. So grateful to have this meal without having to cook. But it's an exciting day today because the hardware store here is having like a 1-day tool sale. So I'm going to go in a bit. I have a couple of things in mind I'd really like to have in my toolbox. But yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a morning first. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to tape off like on this wall how I'm going to like finish these. They're not going to just be like this. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I just have this imagining, and it's not gonna look as good as if people who do this all the time do it, but that's okay because um, I don't do this all the time. I'm just learning, just creating for my mind space. This is what I'm imagining, is that all these that were put here for a different purpose in the last build will stay, but then they'll go into points like that and kind of become its own decor. If I can pull that off, that would be cool.
What are we doing today, Amanda? What are we doing today, Amanda?
I'm taking you to the hospital to get stitches removed, not because of my driving. But first, we have to back down this windy lane.
Oh my gosh, this curvy.
Steep, narrow, windy lane, and protect my coffee at all costs.
The dedication you have to your coffee and it never spilling
Oh,
is
no. There is a cup of coffee in the... Look at these coffee stains. I've been practicing my watercolor up here. Yeah, no, I forget about it sometimes, and it ends up in the old audio system.
Uh-oh.
Look at these precious little paws. And now we just wait patiently for Flossie, Frank. So while I wait for Flossie to do their hospital thing, I'm going to continue working on this painting that I started last night, and I'm actually going to be continuing forward with pencil crayons, which is my chosen medium. There we go. My first mixed medium art creation. I'm going to now work on this one. I really like the start. So still waiting for Flossie. I just drew this bird and then I'm gonna paint after. Okay, so I have my beautiful offcut of my counter oiled and ready to go. This is where I want to put it on the wall. There is nothing actually behind it. It's just 1/4 inch plywood. With what I want to put on this shelf, it will peel off. So thankfully I am the proud new owner of a impact driver. There's a tool sale here, and this is something I will get a lot of use out of over the years. I have a lot of things in mind to build in years to come. So I got an impact driver and I got some drill bits, and this is a mandrel I can put a small hole saw hole on, which I'm going to need to do for my power system. But I'm going to drill holes and then run the string like I have on the shelf over here, and then that goes up into the ceiling so it can't torque off the wall. It's really strong and it will be able to hold what I want to hold. And then the string also adds like a place to clip things or hang things, so I can dry socks or underwear or whatever if I want to air dry. So it serves as a double function, and I have a lot of cordage around my van, so I like the aesthetic it ties in together. Okay, there we have it. It's decent. Oh boy, it has been full on hot here today. It is 7 o'clock. It's still so hot out. My legs are like where they're folded are just soaked. And Frank, who is a complete traitor, has been in Flossie's van all day because it is cooler in there. Hi, Frank. Have you been hanging out with Flossie all day? Yes. Yes, you have. I know, it's freaking hot. It's way more comfortable in here, Frank.
No.
You're a smart boy. I put some stuff up here yesterday, and I just did my first drive with it. A little bit of a bumpy entrance to the campground here, and everything looks good so far. All right, so this was something that was not in my initial vision of this renovation. But one, the offcut was just calling for use as another table surface. And I had this cubby here below this part of the counter full of pots and pans and just like things that just like I don't want to look at all the time. So instead of putting up a curtain, I thought this covers it, keeps things from falling out, and is another work surface. I can have my feet on the ground, or I could sit across from a person. We could play games. So it just seems really nice. I'm so stoked on it. I only have 8-inch strip as long as this, as well as another 3 feet of this shelf up here left of the initial counter block. So I might find a use for them. I might just save them for later, or I might give them away for somebody else to use, because I feel like all the wood I bought should be used. It's really nice wood. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed coming along with me. My first like few days here in the Gulf Islands. I actually took like a week off filming to move everything into storage, travel, and then get settled in here. So this is like, yeah, the first time I filmed after that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I really appreciate you watching. It has a huge positive impact on my life. I hope my videos in turn have some sort of nice impact in your life, which makes this a win-win. And yeah, I'll be back soon, next week, with another video, because I just put up videos on Sunday now. Anyways, okay, thanks, bye. Oh, Frank clip. It's been a day.